Hello my beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. So today I don't know what type of look I am doing, but I knew that I needed to come on here and just talk to you guys because it's been a draining week. This week has drained me. Today is draining me. But yeah, so came on here just to kind of do a little bit of discussion, do some makeup because I really need to make myself feel better because like I said, I've really been down in the dumps. Hopefully you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So you guys know I like to start with like a little bit of powder on my brows. I use the HD finishing powder or I'll use the Mercier setting powder. Like I said, today I use the HD finishing powder. I like to apply it to my brows because my brows get like so oily, girl. Like super oily. So I like to apply them just to kind of keep that oil about. But like I said, hopefully you guys had a great Thanksgiving. You guys did some shopping. You enjoyed yourself. I did not do any shopping this year. My ex got my kiddos, I whisper, he got them some iPads, so they're really excited about that. They just got new phones. And child, they are definitely electronic children at this point. So yeah. So I'm using a little bit of my Too Faced concealer. I know shade Chai is my shit, but literally, they were supposed to either get the iPad or the phones for Christmas, and they wound up getting both. I don't know about y'all, but like, listen, if I do multiple big ticket items, because my phone bill went from being like $120 to now being $300. So I'm not really excited about that, but they wanted new phones and you know, I gotta have something without a home button and all this extra shit. So they finally got it. But yeah, gifts are very fucking expensive. So I'm like, listen, love, you could do a lot of small gifts or we can do like 1 or 2 big ticket items and call it a day. So they voted on the big ticket items. And I was like, I'm gonna feel bad because y'all not gonna have a whole lot of shit to open up on Christmas. But then, no. Like I said, this shit is getting very pricey. What happened to like all of the boosters? Where are the boosters at? Totally need you right now. It's like y'all don't be around no more. What the fuck is going on? I distinctly remember us going to T-Mobile as a kid and there being like one of the employees trying to sell us something on the plan, and my mom was like, no, that's too high. And I remember the lady fucking selling us the phone in the back of the, you know, parking lot. She met us somewhere and sold us the damn phone for half the fucking price. We were able to get it turned on. And I was just like, where are those people? I kept asking the dude, I'm like, it ain't no discount. You can offer me wink, wink, like family discount. Nothing's like, no. I'm like, oh my goodness, all you guys are law-abiding citizens. I would never tell you to break the law, but like, come on. None of y'all is breaking the law up in here. Nobody can hustle and get me a better plan than this. $300 a month for a fucking phone is just ridiculous. Now, granted, they are all iPhones, but fucking still, like, bitch, that's a lot of fucking money. But then I was like, you know, what if I pay it off early? Like, would that lower it? And he's like, oh, only like $20. Child, the stress of being a fucking mother. I really, really, really want to do something with green today. Y'all know I love this palette. So we're going to try to figure out what the hell I can do with this palette. Hang on, let me find a brush. Prior to us going in with that palette, I'm going to use my Juvia's Place just to kind of give me a warm transition. Because I don't know, on me, I just don't like harsh transitions. So I'm going to start with this shade up here. And I'm just going to apply that to this part right here. So before I go in with the crease color, that is a different color, I'm using a brown. For me, brown will always be my transition color. That's just works for me. You know, you do whatever works for you, it's fine. Anyway, I've been really struggling at work lately because I really feel like this girl is intimidated by me, but instead of her trying to learn from me, she has been doing very sneaky and conniving things. She just started, and she's been doing very sneaky and conniving things to try to make me look like the bad guy in the situation. So I'm really struggling because y'all know I am all about my peace, especially at work. Baby, I don't do workplace drama. I don't do any of that. So this has been really, it's been affecting my peace, and I got a real big problem with it. So I'm going to go into kind of talking about some things that have been done, and then y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Because I feel like I'm a corporate baddie. I feel like I can maneuver in certain situations and make some shit shake. But baby, I'm fucking struggling. I'm going to use this shade right here. I think this is the cold press color. And I'm going to start by just adding that to my crease. I probably should not have done that because it looks to be a little bit bright. I don't know. Let's see if we can get it blended and see what happens. Yeah, that's very bright. I don't like that. Hold on. I don't know about that, but we're gonna fix it. We're gonna make it work. I don't know how we're gonna make it work, but somehow or another, we're gonna make it work. Anyway, so I try to be very cordial with the young lady and let her know, hey, we're kind of in this together, especially since there aren't a lot of us within the company. So I'll be here as a resource if you need me. Again, I'm not a trainer, but I will definitely be here as a person that you kind of reach out to if you need help, right? And so me extending that courtesy, and I think I have done everything within my power to try to help as much as I possibly could, but I also have tasks of my own that need to get done, which means that I cannot spend every waking moment on the phone with you walking through this. At some point, you gotta put on your helmet and use your critical thinking skills to kind of figure this out on your own. My issue is I'm not feeling as though she wants to figure it out. She would love for me to be the one to do the work, and lady, I'm not getting paid to do 2 jobs, so I'm not doing it. So, I have been pushing her to kind of use your critical thinking skills to get this job done. You know, a lot of what we do is kind of self-taught. You have to kind of want to learn this info on your own. And in me doing so, she has decided to voice her opinion of stating, well, I don't feel like you are here to help me. And I feel like there's a lot of pushback when I ask questions. And again, to make this very clear, I'm not your trainer. I am simply a resource, which means that if I am unavailable, you need to be trying to figure out how in the fuck do I do this job. But that's just me. That's just my thought process. I don't depend on nobody. Baby, I'm gonna figure it out. If that's Google, if that's LinkedIn, if speaking of LinkedIn, we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, there is so much. Like I'm gonna do this shit myself. I don't have time to be waiting on somebody else to try to teach me. If you don't want to teach me, bitch, I'm gonna go ahead and do this myself. And that was the other thing that I wanted to question. If you feel like you aren't getting help, why do you keep coming back here for help? Just doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense. So, in speaking with her, this is probably like day 3 or 4. She had mentioned that she had asked not only some of my colleagues, now I remind you, I work from home, so not a lot of people really know who I am because I don't go into the office. But when I do go into the office, I am very friendly. This is a little bit of elf concealer, y'all know that. So people know who I am, but she had asked some of the colleagues about me. She asked for my first and last name. Mind you, we will not be working together. We don't even report to the same person, okay? We would be working together maybe 3 to 4 times out the year, okay? So she had asked them about me. She had also decided to take it upon herself to look for me on LinkedIn. Weird, because once you want to look up your boss, I don't look for people on LinkedIn, that ain't my thing. But why are you looking me up? So she had made mention that she couldn't find me, and bitch, you never will. You never fucking will. Like when I tell y'all I'm a ghost out here in these streets, I'm a ghost out here in these damn streets. I have learned to keep my personal and my business life very fucking separate. And I also have learned how to maneuver on these Google streets. Baby, you're not gonna find me. You're not gonna find me, right? So she's like, well, I was just trying to get a feel and see what you are about. Once again, why the fuck are you trying to get a feel and see what the fuck I'm about if we won't even be running in the same circles for maybe 2 to 3 times a year? Why? Right? So I'm like, I just find it very fucking weird. So again, me being who I am, and I am a little bit older than this young lady, maybe about 3-4 years. I'm a little bit older than her, but I've also mastered the skill of knowing how to maneuver in these corporate streets. Meaning, I have made a lot of mistakes earlier in my career of being hot-headed, being young, not knowing how to maneuver in these corporate streets. So I did a lot of trying to not so much take her under my wing, because baby, that's not my thing, but just kind of teach her how to maneuver in this specific corporate streets that we in. Okay, in this specific business, I'm teaching you how to maneuver because I have been very successful in maneuvering in these streets for 2 to 3 years, right? So I'm teaching you how to maneuver. The fuck I do that shit for? The fuck I do that shit? I think I'm gonna just go ahead and do this green. I wasn't at first, but bitch, go ahead. I'm gonna use the Green Goddess shade and just apply that to my lid. Anyway, I gave her tips and pointers, you know, kind of allowed her to watch me take phone calls with the executive just so she can kind of know, again, how to maneuver out here in these streets. Not only did I do that, but I also tried to CC her on some of the emails that were going back and forth between me and a couple of venues so you can understand how to do your job effectively, right? So imagine my surprise when not only was I told that millennials are progressive, right? So I was like, maybe probably should stay in school a little bit longer because I'm a millennial as well, but whatever. Well, we're very progressive and we got a better way of doing things, and y'all way is the old school way, and just taking a lot of digs. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just fall back and you either sink or you swim. That's just, babes, I'm not gonna argue with you, especially in a corporate setting. Like when I tell y'all my peace is protected at all costs, baby, I'm not doing that with you. You might want to find somebody else to do that with, and I think it's definitely a maturity thing. But just certain shit for me, I personally wouldn't do out here in these corporate streets. So I think this is a way of me also trying to give younger people who want to get into higher roles and stuff in corporate America just a couple tips. So we're gonna run them bitches down. All right, let's go in with some milk primer. This will look like I told y'all ain't gonna be nothing dramatic today. We're doing something simple, going on about our way. Anyway, first tip is I'm gonna tell y'all, and I don't know if this is a bad thing to say since everything is pretty much bad to say now, but when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Meaning, if that's something bad to say, then please correct me because I didn't know, baby. I'm sorry. But yes, meaning when you are new to a company, you don't know the layout of the company, you don't know what is acceptable and what's not. Follow the lead of the person who is doing a similar role to you, or person that's been here a long time and that the people fuck with, okay? Meaning, yeah, just follow their lead. First things first, I'm definitely going to be the person to tell you, and you guys can do with this as you will. But the first thing I'm going to tell you is, baby, do not drink on your first outing with the company, okay? Now, me personally, I don't drink on any outings because I've seen too many things go awry. I've seen people get shit-faced, don't know their limits or anything like that. But if you must have a drink because you're an alkie and you just can't not drink, please only have 1 to 2 drinks at any type of corporate event at all, okay? Because there's a lot of people who think they can handle their liquor, or I know what I'm doing, and I've seen people really get a little bit carried away, and your mouth and your tongue slips and you get to saying some shit you ain't got no business saying. So if you are the type of person who cannot, or you just like to drink, maybe just drink on your personal time. Let's not drink in front of, you know, people that could possibly dictate our future. You know, whether you excel or whether you're not. And I hate to say that, but especially as Black people in a higher position, we have to be held to a different standard. That is just my personal way of thinking. If that's not your thing, that's not your thing. Baby, do what you do. But like I said, this has definitely helped me to succeed in my career. Okay, so Black people, unfortunately, we are held and we are looked at a different standard than other races. So you have to conduct yourself differently than everybody else. And a little bit of my NARS in the shade Chocolate. Let me get that. When going into a company that you've never been into before, you want to definitely make sure that you scope the scenery out. Let's not come in too hot and heavy talking about what you're going to change because this doesn't work and you don't know. You don't know this company, okay? So I need you to come in and I need you to act accordingly and just sit back, scope the scenery out, see how you can, you know, help, if any, and then go from there. But let's not come in and act like you know it all. We're not doing that, okay? The other thing is, please do not throw rocks and hide your hands. Meaning, you can't come in and say, well, I know how to do this and I'm going to do this to change the company and I'm doing this to change the company and this right here has to go. And then the moment that it does not work out the way that you wanted to because you're still fucking new, then say, well, I'm new. Let's not use that as a crutch. I cannot stand people who use that as a crutch. Everybody within the company is aware that you are new. But the problem is, are you going to be able to successfully do your job or not? So don't keep telling people you're new. We're aware of that. Everybody's aware that you are new. They were aware when they hired you. They were aware when they made the announcement. They are aware that you are new. Okay? So don't use that as a crutch. Being new does not stop you from being able to successfully do a job. Okay? All you saying you are new, when you keep telling people that, it puts them in the mindset that you are not capable of doing the job that is requested of you. If you are unable to do it, then you need to voice that. That's another thing too, guys. Listen, on your resumes, if you know damn well that you've never ever event planned or you've never ever did any document Excel, let's stop lying. Let's stop lying. It's okay to lie. Well, not really lie. It's okay to fudge a little bit as long as you're willing to do the work it takes to make sure that that's executed. But what you cannot do, and I've seen it several times, is people sit up here on these resumes and they put all this stuff on there that they've done, knowing number one, they've never done it, and number two, they don't want to learn how to do it. The number two is where it really, really, really makes you look bad. It's okay if you've never done it, but the fact that you tell me you did it and now you don't want to do it, you've set my expectations up here and you're right here. So then it's gonna make you look very, very bad. And we don't want to look bad within corporate. We don't want to. We want to be able to keep our job, especially if you secured a deal for more money. Let's act accordingly. If you're gonna fudge that resume, again, you need to learn how to do the skill set that you said you had. And do not let anybody within the company, friend or foe, bitch, you don't let nobody know that you don't know how to do it. What you do is you say, you know what, hey, can I have 15 minutes to work on this by myself? And bitch, you get on Google. Or you take a course on LinkedIn. That's how that works. But what you don't do is continue to go to people and say, oh, can you help me with this? Oh, can you do this for me? No, because, again, that's shining a bad light. We've told them that we're capable of doing a job. Bitch, I don't care. Hell or high water, bitch, we're going to figure out how the fuck to do this goddamn job, okay? So, again, it's going back to, if you lie on this damn resume or you fluff it up, you went to an event, you didn't actually plan the event, but you went to the event and now you feel like you're an event planner. Let's not do that, okay? Let's not do that unless you're really willing to put in the effort and the time to make sure that this is something that you can actually do. All right, I'm using a little bit of baking powder from Make a Revolution. This is in the shade Banana Deep. I probably should not be doing this, but y'all know I like to randomly just try shit. I don't know, just make my life a living hell. Why I do that, I'm not really sure. I can't really tell you why. I probably shouldn't have done this because this is not blending out correctly the way that I thought it was. But we're going to make it work somehow, some way, okay? The other thing is, especially when you are new at a company, please do not go in, once again, with that mindset of you know everything, because you will make enemies very quickly. What you don't need to do is make fucking enemies quick, okay? If anything, bitch, everybody should be loving you within the first couple months because you are quiet, you stay out the way, you mind your business, you ain't got time for the extra shenanigans, okay? But what we don't do is we don't go in and make enemies super quick because, yeah, you want to make sure that when people are talking about you, it is not anything negative or, oh, well, she, you know, sent this message to me and I thought that was a little out of line. We don't need those problems. Your goal is stay the fuck out the way. Okay, again, if I've learned nothing else, I've had a couple careers at this point. If I've learned nothing else, it is to stay to yourself and stay the fuck out of the way. All right, that's the goal. Also, on social media, be very careful about your social media. Please make sure you are using alternate names. You don't have anything linked back to your personal shit because people are fucking weird and they will look you up. Okay, I cannot tell you how many times I have been a part of interviews and people have gone right after to look at your social media to find you smoking weed, to find you, you know, partying, you drinking all the time, you fuck this company, da 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 da. All of that can be found on your social media. So if you are the type of person that really enjoys doing that, please make sure that your social media is definitely private. While we're on the topic of social media, please ensure, this is just my personal belief, you can do what you will. I've met some very cool people from my jobs that still don't have my social media, okay? I do not, under no circumstances, do I befriend people that I work with, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I have seen several different instances, the same motherfuckers that are smiling in your face. Girl, we just love ya. Those are the same people that when you call out and have a sick day and your ass actually went to the zoo, those are the same people presenting that information off your Facebook post, off your Instagram post, whatever it may be. Those are the same exact people in HR's office. Like, look what she did. And she got the day off. Or those are the same people sharing your stories with somebody in the office. Look, she's out getting drunk. She's not getting high. Girl, I can like you all day. Think you're an amazing person. Cheese. But you will not have any fucking social media of me at all. And like I said, people do weird shit like that. They try to find you prior to even working with you. You went and searched for me of all people. Seems like you're a little intimidated, but I'm mind my damn business. That's just very fucking weird to me. Do not allow your cockiness and your mouth to trick you out of your spot, okay? Meaning, don't think that you are, you know, too big now, that you untouchable because you feel like, oh, I got a degree or, oh, I've worked in this, and this. There's always going to be somebody who is a little bit smarter than you, okay? And a little bit more corporate than you, okay? So don't allow that to trick you out of your spot because that's a tough ass fucking lesson to learn. Ask me because I know. All right, baby, I remember working for a very big company. And at the time, I think this was probably like 2013, 2014. I was pulling in like $15, $16 an hour, which at the time was good money. It ain't shit now, but back then it was. Anyway, I was able to pay my bills. I had moved out. Like, everything was good. And I was one of those people, I'm young and I'm progressive and everybody up in here, they don't know, running my motherfucking mouth, thinking I'm just big shit and fuck this job, I get another one, you know, just doing everything that your ass should not be fucking doing. And I remember being so cocky, I was like, fuck y'all, I'm gonna quit because I'll go ahead and get something else. And then wound up having to work at Dairy Queen for a year. It was the most humbling experience I've ever had in my life. I went from making, like I said, 15, 16 an hour to now making 8 an hour and really struggling to pay my bills and everything like that. It was a very humbling experience. So when I tell you to make sure that you go into these places and you got your head down, because I don't give a fuck if you've been there for a long ass time, okay? These people will smile in your face and the whole time they want to take your place. Backstabbers. I'm just playing. But they will. They will smile in your face and then be having conversations in the background about your performance and how you're not good and stuff like that. So go in here and be humble. Keep your head down. The best way to stay out of shit is to keep your motherfucking head down. I interact when I am interacted with, and it is very quick. It's, hey, how you doing? I'm doing great. Nice to see you, Georgia. Look nice. And I go back into my motherfucking cubby hole because I don't have time for it. At the end of the day, this is a job to get me to where I want to be in life. And I don't have time for the extra shenanigans. I do what is required of me. I make sure that I'm helpful. Please make sure y'all helpful within these positions, even if you don't motherfucking want to be. If you don't want to be, bitch, the best thing that you could do is show that you're willing to help. You may not come down to a motherfucker actually asking you to help, but you need to have some type of wherewithal or willingness to help. Okay, because a lot of times y'all come in here and y'all be extremely lazy, and people pick up on that, especially if you're new. Like, if we're gonna use the newness as a crutch, you gotta. I'm trying to help y'all. Because I'm telling y'all, that's a tough ass fucking lesson to learn. In jobs now, especially remote jobs, bitch, they are very hard to come by because motherfuckers really fucked it up by doing their laundry and shit during C-19. Motherfuckers was doing their laundry. Motherfuckers was at the grocery store. You know, like they was not doing what they were supposed to do, so they really fucked it up, and now you have to drive into work. So if you luck up on a position where you are 100% remote, baby, don't take that for granted. Hell, don't take any of these jobs for granted, especially if you are making a decent wage. You know, use that to fund your future. Use that to fund the things that you want to do. But be humble. Be humble, because I'm telling y'all, God got a real funny way of humbling motherfuckers. He will show you how to sit your ass down and stop being cocky. So just making sure that you don't allow nobody to intimidate y'all. Like I told y'all, I think this girl is so intimidated by me, it's not even fucking funny. To the point where she's making a beef in her damn head. Like, girl, anything and everything I say, if it's not cookies and butters, like if she asks me a question, hey, how many minutes do the cookie need to bake for? And I say 365. Well, I felt like you could have just said, hey, they need to bake for 365. Like, any and everything. She is like, girl, I'm not your enemy, baby. I don't even care about you that much, you know? Like, I feel like she's just so intimidated by me, and it sucks because, baby, if anything, I want to see you win. You know what I'm saying? Especially us. I want to see us win. And you know what? I see that a lot in a lot of black women. Why? Because I don't feel intimidated. If I walk in a room and a black girl is successful to me, let me tell you, I know this influencer. That's all she do. Influence all day, right? And I had just met her. She actually wound up speaking to me first because I'm too intimidated to speak. Not intimidated, but I'd be too shy to speak to people. I'll follow you. I'll love the shit out of your work. I'll comment and everything like that, but I won't never DM you, right? So she DM'd me, and I just remember like being like, damn, she wanna talk to me. Not being intimidated by her, but like, I can learn so much from this bitch. So we started going out to dinner. We started going out to like lunch and stuff. And we've gotten very close, you know, to the point where I speak to her on the phone. Now, easily that could have made the wrong turn where I could have been like, oh, I want to be in competition with this bitch because she thinks she better than me. Da, da, da. No. But instead, I saw a motherfucker like her like, my God, girl, the way you be rocking these YSLs, the way you be, you know, all this uppity girl. We be going out to dinner and she be putting me on and shit. Like, I saw that as, nigga, I need to be in rooms like that. I don't know how the fuck you did it, but I'm trying to learn from you. That be my thought process. So a bitch can't intimidate me because if you're doing better than me, especially if you're doing fucking better than me, bitch, I'm trying to figure out how the fuck you do it. Like, teach me something. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you can learn so much, not just even from women, from men too. Oh my gosh, this piece of hair about to piss me off. But even for men too, like, you can stand to gain so much. And I remember having this conversation with a young lady. You are blocking so many blessings from yourself by harboring that jealous, you know, heart, or just being so intimidated by people that I feel like in order for me to look good, you gotta fail or I gotta make you look bad. You are blocking so many blessings from yourself. I remember telling that girl, because she like, I ain't speaking unless I'm motherfucking spoke to. And if for me, I get along with a lot of people because I speak first. Like, let me see what you all about. You know what I'm saying? Like, people gravitate towards me because I'm not trying to gatekeep shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am very open and let me talk. Now, all the time, you're probably not going to get that social me. But for the most part, I'm very social. So I was telling her that by you, because she was saying at her job, another lady I was talking to, she was saying at her job, that she don't speak unless she's spoken to. And when she is, she kind of like, fuck them type of thing. You are blocking so many blessings for yourself because you never know. What if the motherfucker that you decided not to speak to in the hallway, just a simple hi, what if that motherfucker turned out to be the CEO and could have had a position lined up for you? But you blocked your own blessing by being honorary and being mean that you couldn't even speak to him. What if the bitch, and I remember, when I was working at Dairy Queen, I remember this girl from cosmetology school. Her name is Destiny. Me and Destiny didn't, I mean, we wasn't cool, like cool, but we spoke in passing. And I remember her coming up to Dairy Queen. She had just got hired on to be a manager at a bank, coming up to Dairy Queen and saying, would you like to work at the bank? I thought about you. It's that type of shit. By me just being who the fuck I was, she thought about me enough to even come up there and say, you know what? I got a job for you. You are blocking so many blessings by being in competition with motherfuckers who don't even give a fuck about you. They don't. So that's another thing I want to say. If there is somebody within a company that you look up to or that you aspire to be or you wonder how the fuck they got where they at, you need to please humble yourself. Now, if the person don't want to help you, they don't want to help you. That's one thing. But for you to go in and intentionally try to make them look bad to make yourself look good, that is horrible. And that's not going to do shit but make you look worse. Especially if you fucking new. Like, I have an employee that's been here for several years and has shown her character, and you come in and try to make her look bad. Like, it's not helping you none. Especially if this motherfucker got all the knowledge too. This motherfucker over here got all the fucking knowledge you need and you decide to make her your enemy? Y'all gotta, I understand it's a new way of thinking and y'all progressive because y'all millennials, like I'm not a motherfucking millennial, but you know, I understand that. But play the game, especially in corporate. It's all about games. It's all about politics. Play the game right. Play the game right. I used to work for somebody I could not fucking stand. I couldn't stand that bitch. Couldn't fucking stand her. But when I fucking left, I made sure I made things right with her and just let her know, hey, you hurt my feelings when you did this, but I always looked up to you, and I think that's why it hurt so much. To this day, this lady be like, hey, how you doing? Man, you better, God will make your enemies your footstool. You better learn that. You better motherfucking learn it and quit being fucking ornery and mean to people for no fucking reason. You know what else I fucking learned? That is just like some real shit. People who do not ask for help, you in turn will look like the crazy person if you're not able to get it done. Meaning, if there is something that you don't know how to do, right? It's two people that don't know how to do this one task, right? The motherfucker who takes it away and acts as if like, oh, I got this. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I can do this. Whatever. I don't need no motherfucker help. I'm gonna get this shit done. Or that same person, your thought process is, well, they didn't teach me how to do it, so I'm just not gonna fucking get it done. That process right there in corporate America is looked down on, okay? We are all motherfucking adults. We are all adults. The person who says, you know what? I don't know what you're asking of me. Do you mind explaining it? Will get everything. They will get every fucking thing. They will learn how to do the task. They will excel at doing the task. But the motherfucker who sits there and sulks and expects that the company is going to teach them how to do something, baby, you will be left high and dry every single time. Every single time you will come up high and fucking dry. You need to learn how to open up your mouth when you're unable to do a task and say, I don't understand it. And keep asking them motherfuckers to explain it until you do understand it. That is their job. But the person who feels like, oh, well, you didn't take the time to explain it to me, or, you know, I just had to figure this shit out on my own, you gonna wind up fucked over every single time because you have this attitude of I just have everything. Now it's different if you got the mentality I'm gonna figure that shit out, because I'm the motherfucker that's gonna figure it out. But at the same time, you're going to give me the tools I need to figure it out. Meaning I'm going to ask you context clues. I'm going to ask you multiple questions until I understand it. And then I will take it away and I'll go figure it out. But you can't get any details if you're not asking no questions. Like if somebody tells you, the best way I can put it, somebody says, hey, go get me a glass of milk. You just moved into this house. You don't know where the refrigerator is. You don't know if they want you to go to the store and get a glass of milk. You don't know shit. So what you do is you go get a glass of milk from the store. And you come back and they be like, why the fuck did you give me that from the store when it's a refrigerator there? You see what I'm saying? Versus you saying, you know what? Where would you like a glass of milk? Or what brand would you like? Asking fucking detailed questions. Where's the refrigerator located in the house? I hate, man, I mean, listen, like I said, I really do hate to see us struggle the way we fucking struggle because of our own motherfucking insecurities and our own mouths. Like, my grandmother used to say that to me, and I never fucking understood it. My mother used to say it too. You gonna get in your own way. Or they used to tell me I get in my own way a lot. And I never understood, like, what the fuck is you talking about? But it wasn't until, like I said, I had that humbling ass experience with 2 kids left, you know, scraping by. Wasn't getting food stamps, bitch. I was probably only bringing in, because you know with Dairy Queen, it's like certain shifts. Like, you don't get a set number of shifts. Like, thank God to Mr. Darryl. Mr. Darryl looked out for me, and I got my 40s a week. Thank God he looked out for me. But my check was only probably like $500. You know what I'm saying? So you go from that struggling with 2 fucking kids trying to figure, you will learn, man. You learn very fucking quickly. And that's what I was trying to tell y'all in the last video. Either you gonna sink or you gonna swim. Either you gonna understand it, you gonna get it, or you gonna be out here just fucking struggling. And this is a hard ass fucking lesson. Those lessons I learned when I was like 19, 20, 21, 22. Learning those lessons right now in my 30s or late 20s, and I got kids, nigga, that shit would be devastating. That shit would be fucking devastating. That's why I'm like, I'm trying to give y'all free game, because I want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody win. But there is a game that should be played in corporate America. And the game is sometimes shut the fuck up and sit back and watch. I remember being young and working at Progressive, and I had just turned, I think, 19. I was so excited about that. I remember being in a room with people who were so much older than me, and now I could never get them to like respect me. The motherfucker looked at me as if I was a child, and I didn't realize it was because, bitch, you're really acting like a fucking kid. You know what I'm saying? I get it all the time. Like, I have an old soul. Bitch, I learned a lot. I learned how to shut the fuck up along the way. You know what I'm saying? It really be observant, and I had to mature very quickly. And it's just it's very disheartening to see this young lady come in and not have it. You know what I'm saying? It's very disheartening. And so for me to try to take my time and be like, all right, this is what you got to do. And then for you to push back and be like, I got it. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Da, 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 da. Like, it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? That's a tough ass lesson for you to learn. It sucks you got to learn it, but we all got to learn it at some point. You know what they used to say, like, the loudest person in the room is normally the dumbest, or the flashiest person in the room is normally the brokest. Those are things that have always stuck with me, because let me tell you something about motherfuckers that have money never really flaunt it. They just got it. It's something about the air that they exude. You just know the motherfuckers got it. And niggas who are the smartest don't have to go out of their way to explain to you that they fucking smart. You just fucking know it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I have to be the loudest, or I have to overtalk you, or I have to make you feel stupid to make myself feel smart. And that's what I don't understand. It's like, I have never been in a situation, thank God, where I've had to make somebody, or I've had to try, because I'm not even going to say she's succeeding. She's not succeeding at all. Look at me, bitch. You can't outdo me, right? So, but I've never had to be in a situation where I've had to try to make a motherfucker look bad in order for me to look good. I look good on my own. I look good standing next to fucking Oprah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about physically. I'm talking about the things that I bring. You know what I'm saying? Like me. You can put me in a room full of bitches that are millionaires, men who are millionaires, and I bet I won't back down. I bet I won't be intimidated. Simply because I know what I bring to the table. I know who I am. Whatever it is about me that makes me have this, not a star quality, but whatever it is that gravitates people towards me, or makes people want to be around me, that is not something that I can input in you. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that I could give to you. So you upset with me over me just being me. Honestly, that's what it comes down to. And that's really why I'm like, this is really a fucked up situation, because honestly, you could learn a lot from me. You know what I'm saying? I could really give you the game, Ghost. I could really give it to you. But the fact that you hate me for just me being me. And I'm the type of person, like, once I peep game, oh, I'm done. I'm done. I'm about to let you fall all the way, because I've already peeped fucking game. I see what you want. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do it with grace. I'm not going to do it and just be like, oh, fuck you, da-da-da-da. No, I'm going to do it with grace. But baby, I see what you want. clocked it, and I'm done. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and blend this out. But I said all that to say, do not force any relationship, y'all. Just do you, okay? Live and love and like. Motherfuckers that don't like you is really a sadness on their end that they don't get to enjoy the beauty that is you, you know? So don't dwell too much on it. I just thought that I would come to you guys and give you guys a little bit of my corporate tricks that have definitely helped me over the years, and some things that, again, I had to mature and realize. And yeah, we're here. So I'm going to use my finishing powder. I don't know if I'm going to use my my Super Stay, because baby, I'm not going nowhere, but it probably would be nice to use it. This is my e.l.f. finishing powder. I just like to hit any place that I feel like is too oily. I don't like to be oily. I'm not an oily girl. You know, if oil's your thing, it makes you look glowy and stuff like that, then by all means, don't do this. But for me, I don't like oil at all. This right here is a little bit of the Sephora. This is in the shade Molasses. Y'all know me and this thing have a love-hate relationship, but I have been falling in love with it lately, so I'm gonna keep on using it. This is Juvia's in the shade Nubian Sand, and I'm just gonna pat it because it is super pigmented, girl, like very pigmented. I probably am gonna mess this up, but I'm gonna try it anyway just to see. I should probably leave it. Oh my gosh, I don't be knowing. Okay, I just want to add just like a little bit of gloss. Hang on, I can't not add gloss. Okay, my battery is running low, so I gotta hurry up. This is a little bit of the Pink Cosmo from e.l.f. I'm gonna add that right there to the center. Alright guys, so here we are. This is the finished look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Overall, I hope that you guys got something out of it. You learned how to kind of maneuver and corporate. If you guys have any questions, then let me know. But yeah, don't go in and try to make people your enemies right off the bat. Try to, you know, stay and scope the scenery out, you know, see how you gonna maneuver. And the best tactic I have learned thus far is definitely just making sure you mind your business and stay off in the cut, you know. And again, with those social medias, if you guys don't take anything else with the social medias, especially me, the social medias, please make sure that you guys are changing your names. It's not your first and your last name, baby. I know you got friends on Facebook and all that other things that you want to keep in contact with. You keep that separate. But if you out here wilding out, please have a different social media. But this is it. I love how the green came out. I think it came out very, very pretty. Trying to think of what else I did. Oh, my under eye, I switched to using the Banana Deep to set, and then I baked with the lace. Oh gosh, you guys know I'm in love with my my Makeup Revolution. Makeup Revolution can do no wrong with my eyes. I'm not really sure if anything else could top it. Even my Laura Mercier, I love my Laura Mercier, absolutely love it. But doing the deep banana first, like, I think it just allows me to have a little bit of color in my skin prior to brightening it up. Like, I still feel like I have a very bright under eye. Well, not super bright, but you know, bright enough for me. And yeah, it's just it doesn't make me look washed out. And I think as a brown skin woman, it is a lot. It's a lot difficult for us not to look washed out. But I absolutely love it. I don't know if this will be like fall. Are we in winter? I think we're in winter because December is coming. This probably would have been a really good Thanksgiving look because I got the green on too. Girl, me and Thanksgiving, I was rushing. But anyway, this is it. I gotta go. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time.